Morning, DC Ranch golfers. This is Dick Highland, Director of Golf, here on our 13th green at the club. It's Saturday morning. It's absolutely beautiful. It's going to be 100 degrees today, which for those of you who aren't completely familiar with this is getting right into prime time of golf. I'm standing on this 13th green to let you know that we anticipate and expect opening up this green for full play on Friday, May the 22nd of Labor Day weekend. So in the past, we've asked the USGA if it's okay that we can bypass this hole, count a net score. They said absolutely, that's fine. As you know, we've cut a path over to number 14 from the bottom of number 12. Some groups are putting a ball down there, playing it out, keeping a score. The USGA says that's absolutely fine, and it is a postable score using the net par from here, 13, and the score you might make on number 14. So everything is okay in that regard. And then on May 22nd, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to open up this green. It's improving by the day. I know it's been a process. It's like watching water boil, as the saying goes, but we're gaining strides as the temperatures are getting hotter, the dew points are rising, and the humidity is not too far away. So we hope that we will have a very playable green once we open up on May the 22nd. But prior to then, what we're really waiting to hear is Governor Ducey's directives as to what he is going to do with Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3. But I can tell you that as a club, we are not going to go too aggressively with anything that he says as far as opening and what can go back to what we consider normalcy. We want to make sure that there are no hiccups whatsoever in the plan that we developed 5 to going on 6 weeks ago, with this social distancing being the primary thing that we're going to maintain throughout, even if we make a couple changes. And that would be perhaps this next Friday we're doing a trial run with the tee sheet to do a double tee start. And we know that from 8 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a double tee start, getting most players out before it gets too hot, that we can play somewhere between 6 and 8 more foursomes before 2 o'clock. And then after 2 o'clock, probably around 3:45 to 4 o'clock, we can then take 9-hole play off of number 1 and number 10, which gives us far more opportunities for more players to play golf here, play in the morning when it's not as hot. They can get around as quickly as they can. Social distancing will be our priority as far as logistics and operations, and we'll let you know how that all works prior to next Friday. But we're going to try a 1st and 10th tee start. A couple other things. The Scorcher, we've changed that from a gals only member guest to a couples member guest. We were trying to find a place in the calendar to do a couples member guest, and we thought that August the 22nd, Saturday, keeping in mind that the Scorcher is about the heat, a 12:30 shotgun. We're going to have a lunch before, we're going to have cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, and scoring afterwards. The first 30 member couples who sign up with their couples as their guests will be invited to this tournament. So we're hoping to have that be a cool little couples member guest. The Inferno, almost sold out. If you don't have a spot, you better get it within the next week or it's going to go away. And then, believe it or not, the men's rodeo, 6 months in advance of the November date, is sold out. We might expand the field size, and we'd rather say slow than no, but this is fabulous that this is selling out as fast as it has. And then lastly, I would tell you, people ask me almost every day, please keep us open. How do we stay open? And the answer is simple. Do not deviate from the club's directive one iota. As far as the bar that's out front, that's a grab-and-go bar while you're waiting for your meals to go. We don't have any chairs in the courtyard. We can't congregate anywhere. We've got to do our part like we've done to this point. We're one of the few clubs in the Valley who have not had an hour of closure for your golf, and 5,200 rounds later, the month of April, we're pleased that these are the highest play counts we've ever had at this club. Certainly in my career, they're the highest I've ever had at any one of the 10 clubs I've operated, and we're delighted that it's happening. The little horseshoe course, some people said, why did you even do this in the first place? Well, it's going to take over 500 rounds this month of April. We're expecting May to be a big month. That's all I've got to say for today. Thumbs up, let's keep going.